markets were anticipating a no vote, but what was unanticipated was the strength of the no vote. And ahead of that, there was also some uncertainty whether Renzi would resign. Clearly, he has done so, and now some of the questions are coming back towards Italy's political situation, Italian banks, and I think the market focus potentially again shifts to the ECB on Thursday and whether there will be another extension of QE or what's going to happen to the whole QE taper situation.
Yeah, and what will you be looking out for in particular to that ECB meeting? I mean, what in particular would make the euro gain strength or weaken even further?
Well, I think clearly right now, if there is more mention of basically QE tapering ahead in that meeting, then potentially that would also provide some support for the euro near term. However, if there is more talk of a QE extension, that would also, in my view, also potentially help the euro. So I think just in the near term, we're seeing some supportive factors, but the more short-term reaction is more regarding the political uncertainty.
Let's talk about the politics in New Zealand, because we had the surprise announcement from John Key saying that he's stepping down. He says he really doesn't have the energy to carry on for another term, or to run for another term. Did you see much movement in the Kiwi dollar? Because it did drop, but then it seemed to stabilize after that announcement.
I think markets are still trying to price that in right now. I think the initial knee-jerk reaction was Kiwi lower. Obviously, John Key has provided a lot of stability for the market. He's been in that role for a very long time, so markets are kind of trying to digest what's going to happen if he leaves the role. Probably one positive to take on is that he's recommending that the finance minister take on from his position. So they all know who he is, and I think that's providing a sense of stability coming back. But right now, at this point in time, it's still a bit too early to tell.